Studies have shown that people forget to count calories and always underestimate or overestimate the number of calories they eat, ironically leading to weight gain when they are on a weight loss journey. And scientifically speaking, even if you eat less calories, eventually your body adapts to the new number and you stop losing weight. But you can avoid all of these complications without ever needing to count calories. I spent the past 12 years researching and experimenting with every diet and trend, and after ages of mentally and physically draining effort, I am about to give you the perfect plan in 3 steps that you can start following today without having to buy any weighing machines, downloading any calorie counting apps, or having to eat like a goat. And if you stick around till the end, I will give you a free sample plan which includes what to eat and when, that you can follow for as long as you want until you're satisfied with all the progress you've made. I will also tell you how you can switch things around so you never get bored without having to do any of the complicated math, physics, or chemistry, because I barely passed all of those subjects anyway. Weight gain is not caused by a lack of willpower or by eating more or moving less. Everyone's body is different, and some people are prone to gain weight even if they eat the same amount of food as any other person who never gets fat. If you're watching this video, you can probably relate to that. The real cause of gaining fat is not eating too much or playing games all day or not running to school barefoot in the ice like your grandpa used to do in the 80s. It's about your hormones. For science noobs out there, you can think of hormones as tiny people living inside your body which signal all kinds of stuff: when to eat, when not to eat, when to store fat, when to burn fat, when to get ready to run to escape a lion that's chasing you, when to make you feel cold or warm, and so on. Which is why the first step is letting go of the guilt associated with obesity, because you're not the one responsible, it's your hormones. Which brings me to point number 2. Although there are many of them involved in the process of weight loss and gain, the most important is insulin. This is the one that literally tells your body when to store fat and when to burn fat. All you need to remember is that for the most part, whenever you eat something, your insulin goes up and tells your body to store fat. And when you don't eat anything for long, insulin goes down and your body has no choice but to burn fat. To use this phenomena to your advantage, all you need to do is condense the amount of time during which you consume food. At first, you don't even have to reduce what you're eating. Even delaying the same breakfast by an hour or two or having your dinner earlier will make a huge difference. And if you're feeling unstoppable, you can even skip your breakfast altogether to give you a longer window of time where you will be burning fat, which makes the second step to make sure you're eating all your meals in as short of a window as possible. But just eating at right times is not enough. You also need to be eating the right food, and that's where proteins and fats are your best friends and carbs are your enemy. You can learn more about why is that in the video linked in the description, but for now, all you need to know is that proteins such as chicken, beef, fish, and all kinds of meat, and healthy fats such as olive oil, butter, and extra virgin coconut oil are safe to consume. And not only do they not raise your insulin levels, they also release satiety hormones, as in the tiny people who signal your body to stop eating when you've had enough, which does not happen to be the case when you're only eating carbs. So make sure you're prioritizing healthy fats and proteins. And here's a free sample plan that you can start following today or tomorrow, in case you're supposed to be sleeping right now but are instead binging YouTube videos, because that seems better than staring into the oblivion. Anyway, the plan includes 3 meals when you first start out: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For breakfast, you can have whole eggs, including the yolks, as eggs are purely comprised of proteins and fats and include almost all the necessary vitamins that you'll ever need. For lunch, you can have chicken cooked however you like, as long as it is cooked with healthy fats, and some vegetables on the side. For dinner, you can have a steak or fish or any other source of protein of your preference, again cooked in a healthy fat. And you can always switch things around whenever you feel like it. When you're in the beginning stages, you can even have an apple after one of your meals as the dessert, because it is low in sugar and does not raise your insulin levels as ice cream or chocolate would. But remember, the whole point of this plan is to make sure that you reset your body's internal signaling machine so that it tells you when to start and stop eating. And you must always strive to gradually increase the difficulty, because that's how you'll get the results that you want. Eliminate your breakfast after a few weeks, then try pushing your lunch ahead. It may seem difficult in the beginning, but that's how it is when you first get started with anything new. Eventually, it gets easier. Everything that I just told you is known as intermittent fasting among the science pros, but don't let that intimidate you. People make out nutrition and health advice more complicated than it needs to be, and you can be the master of your own health in no time, but only if you have the right information. Which is why in this video I've shared my 11 hacks to make sure you never fall off your plan when you're intermittent fasting. So click here if you want to learn more.